Kia ora and welcome to your Facebook Live this Friday. Last week we talked about acceptance and particularly things we can't control. This week I was supposed to be in Bali. In fact, today I was supposed to be on a yoga retreat in Bali, and you'll see by the way I'm dressed that I'm not actually in Bali, and nor will any of us be for a while. And so it's reminding me of this acceptance piece, but what it also leads me to is where I actually am. So I did get on a plane this week, and you'll have seen on my Facebook page, I flew to Hamilton instead of Bali, slightly less tropical. But what that means is I get to be in Raglan this weekend. So it's part business, part pleasure. I have some business in Hamilton this weekend, some speaking to do, but I used to live in Raglan. And this is a special place for me because this is where it all started. So one of the first places I lived when I moved to New Zealand was Raglan. It was where my first book, I started to write my first book here, A Rough Guide to a Smooth Life, was born in Raglan. And when I lived in Raglan, it was at a time where I was still in the corporate world. I was in a relationship of 7 years, and life was about to change. So my life transformation, I guess, was born here too. So a special place, and being back here gives me an opportunity to reflect. And I guess that's important because aside from not being able to be in Bali and struggling with the winter weather, as most of us do, especially if we can't escape to the sun, it has just been the winter solstice as well, which is a natural time for reflection. So being back here in Raglan, looking at how far the last kind of 5 or 6 years since I lived here I've come, has given me that time for reflection. And I'd encourage you to reflect because we've just been through the winter solstice and it is an ideal time for reflection, but also because we tend to be so quick to move on to the next thing in our lives. We have lots of goals and ambitions to strive for, and often we don't take the opportunity to reflect. And if we don't do that, we forget how far we've come because we're always looking to the future and the things we've still yet to achieve. So it's an ideal opportunity to take stock and look at how far you've come this year. We're halfway through the year now, but how far you've come on your journey, whether that started last year, the last 10 years, because you will have made progress. And we tend to overlook those small steps of progress if we don't take that time for reflection. So for me, a weekend of reflection because I'm back where it all started, but also an opportunity to hang out and soak up all that Raglan has to offer. Albeit not Bali, I'm very grateful to be here. Enjoy your weekends. Mā te wā.